show you. Hang on. Take off the
Alright,
water.
don't break it or anything.
Ooh,
Ooh,
fancy.
Yeah.
it's like 16 Inception. You sleep quite high up, actually, don't you?
Yeah. Sure, like I like this is me standing up. Like it's fairly high up. Like it's very nice though. Like, don't know, it's something. Like,
That's a very odd shelf, I have to say, there, isn't it, Jack? Just
it's kind of floating.
What, this one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
if
just
the
my.
bed wasn't there, it would be just just a shelf in the middle of the wall.
It's
like
it's neck height.
Yeah. This is like my bedside locker, and then like I have storage all like underneath there, and then underneath here is like Anne Frank's little hideaway, and there's just all like fucking boxes underneath there, and then there's a wardrobe up there. So it's like it's just
The
maximizing
wardrobe
storage
over the
space.
bed.
Yeah, so like there's one up there. I'll show you here. One sec.
This is fascinating.
This is amazing.
Would the wardrobe not be tiny, no? What the fuck is he wearing?
What? What is going on there? Women's leggings or something.
You see,
What the fuck are you wearing?
I'm just vibing, man.
Well,
My dress sense and my mental state is just gone out the window.
I was not expecting that when you stood up.
Bloody hell.
Oh, these cargo trousers are seriously comfy though. Don't diss the camouflage. The Hawaiian shirt. Oh, color coordination non-existent.
Oh god. I suppose what difference does it make? I've just gotten into that kind of routine lately. It's just anything.
Don't give a fuck.
I literally have 2 tracksuits. That's all I've been wearing for the last year.
Yeah, basically, like.
Oh
Well, it is what it is. Oh, hang on out. Before we actually get going, I want to switch.
and Jack's dead.
Just death.
Hey, there we go.
He's back.
What did you do? I thought you were going to show us something there.
No, I just wanted to switch to my hotspot because the Wi-Fi is kind of unstable. So.
Yeah, I could probably do that myself, but sure.
Oh, well.
We live life on the edge for today.
You're pretty clear there. You're not too bad.
Yeah, I'm actually in my room, which is the complete opposite to the sitting room. The sitting room is about 400 degrees, and my room is like, I'd say you could freeze frozen fish here in this room. It's
your room is like gulag.
Yeah. It was so cold one day last week when it snowed. It was so cold that when I woke up and put my glasses on, they fogged up.
Jesus.
Oh, there's nothing worse.
I might actually change to my hotspot because I don't trust this Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah.
If I can figure that out.
I got an iPad there last week. It's fucking lovely.
It's actually life changing, isn't it?
It really is. Like I have all my notes there. Like it's so cool. It's so
I
cool.
always remember Tom describing when he got his, like, walking in, Half the World Away comes on by Oasis, and he's just like, nah, it's happening.
Back now.
Hey, he's returned.
Yeah, iPads are unreal.
We have some sort of interference.
It's my phone, I'd say. No, that's gone.
Right. Yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah.
Lovely.
What iPad is it generation?
Sorry,
I'm getting very distracted.
It's an iPad. It's an iPad Air.
I don't even know they did those.
Yeah. So it's a newer one. I have a connection that can get me Apple products for cheaper. So.
Oh my Jesus!
You didn't think of sharing this fucking connection, no?
Well, really, this connection has been shared with me, so it's not even a direct one.
Greatest thing ever is when you have an iPad and then buy an iPhone. When you go set it up, you lay the iPhone on top of the iPad and all your settings just come on it.
Oh yeah.
Fucking-
Mad, isn't it?
it was like, I tell you, when I did that, I put it on my bed and it was like watching an episode of Dynamo. Fucking
Prepare
class.
to be astonished.
Yeah, fucking hell, how to do that, man.
Jesus. Wow.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so I better start recording maybe. Hello. Welcome to the Opinionated Podcast, episode number 80. All right, okay. I was trying to give a little bit of enthusiasm this week, but no, you know what? Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Hello. Oh dear.
I don't care. I'm going to keep going. So, Dave, you just ruined it now. You just ruined my enthusiasm. Yeah, hello. Welcome to episode number 18 of the Opinionated Podcast. We missed another week last week, but sure, look, we're back now. It doesn't really matter. I know it does matter. We do care about you.
We didn't really miss a week though, did we? Because all the weeks are just one long fucking contingent now. Like, so we're a little later this week.
Yeah, weeks don't really exist anymore. It's just they're just years, and that's about it. Yeah. So yeah, you're about right. We're just a little bit late. That's all. But we decided we're going to do a bit of a non-COVID, non-politics related podcast this week.
Just
if at all
chill,
possible.
man.
Just zone out. Just step away from that kind of thing for a little while anyway.
Could do with a break.
Yeah. How are you? Supposed to start. Ooh. I know what happened there.
I'm good anyway. How are you all doing?
Yeah, I'm fine it, man. Just keep the head above water, as some saying goes.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
So what else can you do?
Exactly, yeah. Just tip on. Hope that you're alive next week.
Wow.
Avoid
Full
the
of
cold.
positivity.
That's what some customer said to me there today. I was like, "Oh, how are you?" And he's just like, "I'm alive." It's just like, "Oh, wow."
Yeah, I think everybody's kind of like that now at this stage. Just not going to talk about it though. We're not going to say it. We're just we're doing okay.
It's like Groundhog Day, though, isn't it? It's just waking up, going to work or doing college work, and then just coming home, and then you're just recycling the whole process again.
It's very monotonous.
Yeah.
Although I actually, to mention the word one more time, I actually tried to listen to TG Carr a bit today because I'm trying to get back into my Irish. But I heard it referred to as COVID nadig, and I think they should start doing that from now on just to fucking freshen things up a bit there.
Liven up the old thing.
Yeah, nadig.
Just start talking about it in Irish, generate a bit of a.
Yeah, then no one can understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Like.
It adds mystery to it. Nobody knows what's happening.
Yeah.
Well,
get up on.
Yeah, Jesus! Imagine writing an Irish essay now for like your leaving cert on COVID. Like Jesus
Christ!
It's just going to be The Walking Dead and Ballinasloe or something like that.
Get up on. The nadig. And you learn tintan ma the hintan.
Tá sé corbáistí agus tá COVID nadig ar gach duine.
Níl sé haar mulla barta by. God, you'd miss it to some degree.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speak for yourself, there.
I actually really enjoyed Irish in the leaving cert. Like, it was really like painful, like learning everything off. But
really
like
selling it very much.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but
really
it was fucking painful.
Like it's a process kind of thing. Like, you know, like at the end of it, I look back on it with enjoyment rather than kind of like resentment towards it. Like, okay, considering I got a higher grade in my Irish than my English, which makes absolutely no sense in my leaving cert. Like, so I still to this day don't understand that, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, I think it's a bit of crack, like, you know.
Mm.
And I'd hate to lose it, like, even like you're saying there, like looking at TG Carter, like I haven't really been looking, I haven't really been reading any Irish recently, like, and like I hope like if I was to go back into it, I wouldn't like be completely back to square one, like.
Well, Jack kind of inspired me to get back into it, and then we've been kind of have a
Yeah,
new hero in Mancon Megan, and now I've been reading so much stuff from Evan de Valera about keeping the Irish language alive. I feel slightly guilty that I didn't, so I'm starting to do it again.
Yeah, I know. That's the same thing since I started reading that book that I mentioned there a couple of weeks ago. 32 words for feel. It's just it's put a fire back in me to learn.
It arrived through my door today, Mr. Ronan. So.
Oh yes, you will enjoy it, Tommy.
Yeah, I've been loving the Instagram things and all, where he's like explains just random Irish words.
Yeah,
there.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Whatever that's about.
Did you see the one this morning? It was like Aristotle. It was like some lad misheard it in the war and brought back to Ireland.
But that's actually one of my topics. I have a bit of a question on it. Do you reckon that the Irish language could ever become the main language again in Ireland? Wow, what a way to kill the mood.
I think it'll kind of have its ups and downs, but I think it's been I think it needs to be taught wrong in a way. Because did you do that thing with me, Jack? It was Sunday. Did you do that in school? Remember we used to go in on a Sunday? I can't quite remember who was doing it. It was like a speed dating thing with like the girls' schools around.
I remember that. I didn't do that.
Jack was just too cool for school.
For about half the year, we went in. It was Sunday evening at like 6:30 to like 9:00, and just spoke Irish to the girls' schools that were around, and we did the straw pictures. After, firstly, I thought, why am I doing this? And then after a while, I actually started to speak really good Irish. Like I was actually fairly handy. I was actually reminiscing the other day. I think I got, wasn't it the highest oral grade in the mocks, Jack? Wasn't it? I remember that.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, which was quite the turnaround for my German one, where I told you I was a pigeon. So that was kind of frustrating. I think it's just too strict, though. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But that reminds me, actually, I went in like full of confidence to my Irish oral, and I think the first thing I said was, I meant to, you know, like the way you're meant to kind of give like a positive and negative quality about you. And I was like saying, oh yeah, I'm kind and all this, and like, and then I was meant to say shy, and I still to this day I can't remember what the word was for shy, but I said sonanta, which means innocent, and I just remember your one, like, I shit you not, she just broke down in tears. She just like, she was so serious like for the first like 30 seconds, and then she just lost it. I was like, what? Oh, I've definitely said something wrong here. I realized then, I was like, oh fuck. Right. Play it off.
You're very innocent, aren't you?
How could you resist this face?
Yeah.
I think Irish is great when you're like, just when there's not so much rules, if you get me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like the issue
have a bit of a laugh with it, like.
Yeah, like the issue I found with how it was taught for in secondary school is that you're kind of like all the way up through primary school, like you have the same kind of basics, very, very few basics, like of a language that's extremely complex. And like nobody can fully speak it, even in sixth year, like after learning it for what fucking 14 years, I still couldn't speak it fluently. Like I think there's something wrong there. Like I heard a conversation with Dahi, what's it called, an interview with Dahi O'Shea there a while ago, and like people had different opinions on Dahi O'Shea, but I quite liked him. I
was just gonna say that's an exciting time.
Snores intensify.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Like if you get a chance to have a listen to it, it was the interview that two Johnnies did with him. And
Oh dear.
That's a combo I never thought I'd hear.
really want to get a quite good interview, but
Yeah.
he spoke about how he would like to see the curriculum, and his view on it was that from all the way through primary school has a spoken class, teach the spoken language of Irish, and then once you hit first year, first to third year, he said, start introducing the written material and how it's broken down, and then your grammar and all this kind of thing, and then from third year on, have the option if people want to do their poetry and do whatever else, you know, their literacy or whatever, you know. If they want to, I think there's not enough options in Irish.
Yeah, it's
And I
very
feel-
much taught like English, basically.
Yeah, there's no crack in Irish, or you know, there's his exact words, like the way it's taught. There's no crack in it, like.
Yeah.
I think that could be applied to even English as well, though, and just every language that we learn throughout the system. Like, I know obviously we take English fairly much for granted, like seeing that like it's more or less our first language nowadays. But like for
correction, Hiberno English.
Hiberno English. Sorry, Jesus. But you know, like it's no language that I learned was actually enjoyable. Like even the likes of French or German, like it's the optional languages, they're so rigidly taught. Like you have your grammar, you have your verbs, and then you have your essays and your reading comprehensions and so on. There's nothing fun about it. Like I remember in first year, I think this was like the only kind of fun element I had of, or fun memory of French, was going in and baking French food and stuff like that, like, and while talking French. Like I thought that was great crack, but like that was about the extent of it. Like and like
we baguette.
croissant. But no, like even the whole kind of idea of like fecking off to like the Gael clostes and the Gael talk, like, and everyone was kind of like, oh, dreading it, but then it ends up being like such a good experience, and like there's not enough of that, I don't think. You can't really learn a language in a classroom. Like I think exposing yourself to like the likes of Connemara and the Gael talk areas, like where everyone's going to be speaking the language, you'll actually kind of gain a bit more of a passion for it. And not saying that like you can feck off to France every couple of weeks like to learn French, but like it's harder obviously for foreign languages. But I think as well there might, or in the future maybe, be a little bit more options to learn other languages, because I would have loved to have learned like Spanish or even Russian or something for my alter egos. But like you know, like you shouldn't just have like, right, we're going to learn French, we're going to learn German, that's it. Like, you know, I think there should be a little bit more kind of leeway for it. Like,
yeah, like if you think about it, with most languages, the vast majority of people don't write it that often. Like even in English, like our everyday language, like it's how often would you? Well, it's different if you're a student, I suppose, but how
I was
often
about to say, like, all the essays that I've done in the last 3 or 4 years, I was like, I need it.
Yeah, it's kind of an essential, to be fair.
But like, I'm kind of coming at it from my point of view, is that like me working in a warehouse, I rarely write fucking long, you know, paragraphs and pages of stuff, or even I don't, well, to a degree, you know, it is necessary, but most of the language is just spoken. So should that not be the first port of call when learning a language, really?
I think so. Like, especially when you consider, like, if you want to go, let's say, to France or Germany, you're going to need spoken like French and spoken German primarily to actually get by. Like, you're not going to go to like working. Yeah, you're not going to just going around with signs like like that's going to be fierce helpful. So like I think like it's like maths though. Like I always said this about maths. Like maths was grand up to like the junior cert, and then you go on to leaving cert, and it's like you start throwing letters into it, and that's where you lost me. Like and like I really it goes into like a black hole. But
hello, Mr. Fanning, if you're listening.
No, but like you should, like when are you gonna learn?
I just had a flashback, Jack, there when he asked me to give him an angle between 90 and 180 degrees, and I just went 7. That'll tell you how competent I was at fucking maths.
You hung on longer than I did, though. I dropped down at it was about 3/4 of the way through 5th year. You hung on to 6th year, didn't you?
I hung on until a month before the leaving cert.
Same as myself. I held on to Easter.
That was the greatest month of my life. I felt like I just went fucking freewheel here. Here we go. Like,
oh, like I used to love it. Like you used to be all going in, staying in after school. Like on what day was it? A Friday or something? Was it?
No, I don't think we stayed in. Did we? We stayed in lunch breaks or something.
That's what it was. Lunch breaks.
Jeez,
Did you come in some Saturdays or something? So.
No, I don't think I did it. Well, maybe I did.
There was a few lads. There were a few lads there, but like that didn't start happening till the 6th year. I didn't have to do any of it. I remember, like, because I stayed in the higher level class. Like I remember, Mr. Fanning would be dishing out all the homework and all, and then he walked by my table and he said, "You don't need to know this." So I just closed the book. Then that'd be it. Like I'm done for the day.
I actually remember at the start, I don't know, it was the start of 6th year. Do you remember that? Where I said to him, I do a bit of extra work for him. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah,
he was like, he was all geared up. He was like, yeah, man, give me your copy and all, and I'll correct it for you. And like when I say I'm going to do extra work, I did extra work. Like I filled the whole copybook in about a week. Like I swear to God, didn't I, Jack? There was like, I went, like I did every question in that maths book. Handed him, proud as punch, handed him this. He says, which pages? I said, the whole copy. Like, felt like a big man. And that was the last time I ever saw that copy.
Fucked into a tributary bay.
Yeah. That was the last time I saw that.
I remember one time as well. I know I've gotten off topic here, but
yeah.
I remember another time. It's like he hadn't told us that we were getting a test or something, hadn't he? And next thing he just whipped him out. He was sitting up. He just whipped him out of his back pocket like a massive bundle of tests. Where the fuck did they come out? Like,
he was the only surprise tests.
He was the only teacher that ever was like disgruntled at the fire alarm going off and we having to do a fire drill. He literally just like that was the biggest pain in his arse. They had to give up maths class because there was a fire drill.
But the calculus.
Well, I also remember hearing a story of another teacher who's quite well known for losing his temper, going at the intercom with a fucking T-square because the vice principal made an announcement mid-class. Oh God, I miss those kind of days.
Yeah, simpler times, like Jesus.
Do you ever like just think of how many fucking nut jobs you've made along your life and we're only so young, like?
I also remember our friend Connor will back me up on this. That same teacher who went at the intercom with T-square, he was supervising I think we had it was with Connor, so it was a geography class. And he had a serious complex about eating and drinking in the class. Now, what his issue with it was, I don't know. But he could not handle food or drink being in the class. So he walked into the classroom, and there's one chap, bit of an arsehole, and he was swinging on his chair, and he was sopping out of a bottle.
A mortal sin.
The teacher came in and he spotted him. He said, "Put that away." Your man just said, "I just want to take a drink," and I swear to God, this teacher just saw rage. I've never seen a man rage so much about somebody just drinking water. He went through. I'm not exaggerating here. He went through 2 tables to get to him. I got up in his face. I said, "Get up to the fucking office now." I swear to God, I was absolutely shitting myself when I saw that. You probably you know who I'm talking about, Tom. But.
Of a vague notion.
That
There's
was
always that
terrible.
one teacher, though, isn't there, that just has a serious anger management problem over the slightest things. I remember one of my science teachers. He used to, like, he was almost like bipolar. He just switched like that, like, and he'd be like all chatty, and he used this weird thing of like making kind of weird noises, actually, like, this kind of thing, like kind of messing with you. And then like the next thing, you'd be there talking to someone, like, for help or whatever, and you'd be like, here, you better quieten down or I'll call you a taxi and all this kind of crack. And it's just like, man, you're a gas.
I think the best thing. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's the same science teacher that went from saying, oh yeah, he'll fly it in the junior cert, and then come a month or two before the junior cert, jeez, yeah, he's going to fail.
I think the best thing I've ever seen, and you've seen this as well, Jack, it was that one class, our Irish class actually, in sixth year, like a month before the leaving cert, when another teacher came in wanting a young fella to go out and get a football that was lost in a ditch. And it was one of the only times I've ever seen two teachers argue openly in front of the class. I know our Irish teacher was a bit of a legend, like, wasn't he, Jack? He was I don't know how eclectic, is that the word?
Well, look, I'll put it this way, like, he did all the work 10 years ago and hasn't added anything to it since.
Just handed us printouts every year and changed the dates on. Yeah. But your man was like, hey, you, go get that ball out there now. And I was like, this leaves our class. Will you fuck off? Those were good days.
Oh, I'm gonna name him. Hello, Mr. Bates. If you're
yeah,
listening.
he was. Mr. Bates is a legend.
Yeah. Oh man, there were some. I keep thinking of all these brilliant fucking moments in school. Like, they were just like at the time they were so like they didn't seem out of the ordinary. But thinking back now, they were nuts.
Properly
nuts.
mental, isn't it? Like, you know, like, it's mad. Especially like the memory bank that you build up, like, over like just even going off secondary school, like 6 years, it's fucking mad. Like, especially like all the days that you're kind of like thinking, oh yeah, nothing really happened, but then you kind of looking back on it, you're like, haha, yeah, I remember that time. Like, you know, like, there's so many instances like that. Like,
did you jump out a window, Matthew?
Yeah. Oh, that was gas. It was like a summer's day, and we were in French class, and like, I just didn't enjoy French in leaving cert. It was.
So you jumped out the window.
No. I didn't go that far now, but well, kind of. But you know, like, the teacher went anyway. I think she was going up to the printer or something, and she was printing out like handouts as she did. That was her default, and we were all like, I think it was like May, so like it was really, really warm, and like all the radiators on, fucking typical Irish school, and had like really swingy outy windows. Like, the fucking window literally just went like straight out, so like you could literally just fall out. Like, now it's on a ground floor, so like I didn't like try and like hurt myself or anything like that, but
thanks for clearing.
we were all yeah, you know, like, I didn't fall from like 3 stories high, right? Like, before anyone gets any ideas, but no, like, we were all just like leaning on the window, and like I was there kind of like just kind of swinging, and then just ended up falling out the window, like, and trying to jump back in then, like, before the teacher comes back, like, and just as I was kind of tumble rolling into my chair, she comes back in. By God, my heart was never racing as fast. But yeah, jeez, it's fucking mental, like.
Oh man, Jesus Christ,
fucking mental.
I remember another time as well. I'm just gonna. I have to say this because it's utterly nuts. This was a pretty big deal. Now, I know at the time we knew this was odd and this was really strange. I did TG up to third year, and I think you'll probably know where I'm going at this time.
I don't, because I don't remember you being in my TG class at all.
I was in your class. I was sat right behind you for 3 years.
Apparently, Jackson was sat behind me, but myself and Connor
for 3 years.
Myself and Connor, who sat beside each other, do not remember Jack in the class.
3 years I sat behind you.
Feels good to be loved. Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell.
Go on anyway. There was a lot of mental things that happened in this class, so I'm kind of waiting to see what happened.
This teacher, and he's eccentric is the word to use, I think. And there's one chap, and he didn't get along with the teacher anyway at all. And this one day he wouldn't stop talking. He kept talking and talking and talking. So I'm just gonna call him Mr. T, right? Mr. T lost the plot. I went up to him. He had this massive. I was like this foot long compass that he used for drawing on the blackboard. Sorry, and he ran up to him, and that's exactly what he did. He ran up to the other fella and went up. He started pinching his fingers, right? His own fingers, and trying to squeeze it. I can't even say it.
Yeah.
He tried to close the chap's lips. He tried to grab the chap's lips and close them. He kept going. Shut up! Stop talking! Stop talking! Shut up!
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Oh, that was amazing. Shut your mouth! Stop talking! It was brilliant. That was like the talk of the fucking school for a good week.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
That was one of those one of those like moments in the office where you just look to the imaginary camera like and just that was a very odd day.
I was pretty shocked at that.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
Oh man, there's so many other moments.
I think the Irish language will survive. Yeah.
I can't even remember what I was saying about maths.
Yeah, we're half an hour into a podcast. We've barely covered the first topic.
That was good though.
Yeah, I like that. I like that bit of a whatever you call it.
Segment, anecdotal segment.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god. Anyway, so I
just need a breather after that.
Remember that big storm there a few years ago? This is after popping into my head.
What, London?
The one that fucking blew half of Ross away.
Yeah. You remember that being in that? We were in history class. Do you remember that? And one was like so. Like loved rules so much that even when the principal said anyone with their car parked in a certain area should move it, she's like, no, I'll get it. As the lights flickered, and then we all went down, and an actual swimming pool had blown apart.
The actual swimming pool was literally strewn all over the driveway to school.
And about 30 students and Mr. T actually were stuck in a building for like 2 hours because they couldn't get out.
I was in that room, which means you should have been as well.
No.
Yeah, because I saw the roof blow off.
Yeah, but Mr. T was in the actual.
Oh, he was in. Yeah, he was trapped in that building where the roof was flying towards.
Yeah, we were waiting on him, and then suddenly a tree blew down outside our door, like, and everything like that. Then we were evacuated by the guards.
Yeah, the guards came up and evacuated everyone.
To a Tesco car park.
You just couldn't ride,
up through the fields, up the main road, up to a Tesco car park.
That was the best day I ever had in school, hands down.
It was amazing. That was amazing. Like. How it got to such a level where like
the swimming pool blew down.
The pool, the roof blew off the fucking pool, like, and it was a fairly new pool at that. Like, it had only been open about a year.
Sure. Yeah, it was brand new.
Literally only a year.
Do you remember our principal standing there in the sheets of rain, just like fucking Saving Private Ryan, just like telling everyone, "Get back, get back."
Telling Jesus to put down the fucking child.
Oh, God, that was a memory that was like imprinted on my brain.
It was like something of Apocalypse Now, where he's just standing there with his inverted umbrella, screaming at everybody.
Oh,
get back!
Oh, fucking hell!
Oh, Jesus!
Hello, Mr. O'Brien, if you're listening.
Hello, if anyone's listening after this.
If you're still with us, this is the Opinionated Podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Oh God, I suppose we better pick a topic to talk about next, rather than just going off on tangents.
That was a good tangent, though. Even like for me, not understanding any of what you just said, I thoroughly enjoy that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
That was brilliant.
Oh God. Whew, okay. Right, I'm just going to start this one. Right? So, have you? I asked you the other day to put together a list of songs that you've been listening to lately, or just pick 5 songs that you really enjoy. I'm assuming you have done it.
Yeah, totally.
You've done-
I know. I have a list here. Let me just.
I also have a list. I am just going to find that list.
as Tom, as one of our other teachers say, you better do that before the teacher
Yeah.
sees it.
I have it in
Even
the
though he was
brain.
the
man.
teacher.
I have it in the brain.
The brain.
Oh,
That's what it.
yeah.
So what's the order? Who are we going with first? Or
We
So
should,
you
we
go
should
ahead.
go. Yeah.
I go
yeah.
ahead first. Okay.
I had some elaborate scheme there, and I didn't think of just saying, "Yeah, Machu, you go first."
Yeah. Oh God. Right. So I've just kind of gone with a few songs that I've been kind of listening to at the minute, and then kind of a few of like my all-time greats I just listen to on the daily. Do you want me to tell you which is which, or do you want me to like leave this for interpretation? I don't know. I'll make it up as I go along anyway. So yeah, like so the first one I've gone for is Machu Picchu by the Strokes. I just think it's an all-round just vibey, cool fucking song. I think the Strokes are great.
Good name for a song too, actually.
Machu Picchu, yeah, they have some mad names for songs. But it's a banger. The second one, Champagne Supernova by Oasis. Oasis. I know it just speaks for itself.
That's a hard-worded response at this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, good choice. I like that choice.
Yeah,
it's I want to get that tattooed on my body, some like on my arm or something, like just that. I saw a brilliant like team for it on Instagram there a couple of weeks ago, and it's just like, yeah, no, as soon as tattoo shops are open again, that's going on my arm somewhere or another.
You have to get the guitar notes as well, though. Like that's part of the lyrics.
Yeah. Just the whole song has everything. Like.
The lyrics, written down. Put that in.
My next one is the Stone Roses. I Want to Be Adored.
Oh yeah.
Well, we mixed views on the front man lately, but
yeah. Well, like I don't know.
The fact that he's a fucking tinfoil hat wearing nutter.
Who isn't these days, though? It was hard to choose. Like there's so many good Stone Roses songs, like I'm a Resurrection, fucking Sally Cinnamon, Fool's Gold. There's so many good ones. But I think I Want to Be Adored was the first song I heard from them, and it just kind of stuck with me pretty much throughout time.
Just before you move on there, one song that I've been listening to a little bit lately, and I left it off my list by Stone Roses, is Love Spreads. It's fucking class, huh?
Love Spreads. Yeah, that's a good one actually.
A waterfall, yeah.
Waterfall, pack a lot with the waterfall.
She's a waterfall, do.
It's so chill. Like a lot of their songs are just such good vibes. Next one is Weird by Youngblood. I don't know now if you've listened to Youngblood, but
I've seen him, and I've seen him do covers of songs that I like, and he's ruined them.
Yeah, the Champagne Supernova one probably is one of them. But
yeah,
no, like he's kind of up and coming, kind of like punk rock, and he's just kind of completely changed the dynamic of rock. Like it's kind of given a whole new alter kind of genre for rock to kind of go into, and I think he's
in fairness, he's probably one of the more contemporary artists that I wouldn't be totally against.
Yeah. He's almost in his own. He's almost in a genre of his own. I think like a lot of his music is kind of really contemporary and really personal. Like I think a lot of new up and coming artists are kind of in the same boat. Like they're kind of reverting back to kind of more personal stuff rather than just get a catchy beat and just fuck it out and get a load of views and make money off that kind of thing. Like there's kind of an art to it nowadays. That's kind of coming back again, which is lovely to see. Like, and then I've gone for my last one, The Spins by Mac Miller. Probably haven't listened to him. He's a rapper. Sadly passed away to a suspected drug overdose in 2019. Or was it 2018? I can't remember the exact date. That's very bad of me. But yeah, no, like he completely kind of changed the game for like freestyle rap and stuff like that, and like the Spins, like that whole album of Kids. I think it's called Kids. Not Kill Kids, Kids. Like it's the embodiment of just fun, careless vibes. Like it's almost as if like a child wrote it, and it's just kind of fun. And like his music just like it's especially when most of it is freestyled, it just flows fucking like really, really well. And it just I don't know, it sounds weird, like especially like considering that like he died of a suspected drug overdose, that like you can kind of like find like his music quite fun and kind of just chill, but like it's so good. I'd recommend anyone who has any I don't know now. I know you two are probably into a very specific genre, but I don't know. I like ever since COVID, I've just been sorry, I'm not going to say the word, but like ever since like last year, I've just been absolutely listening to mad shit. Like I've gone from like Mongolian throat singing to like fucking I don't know, like
wait till you hear my list.
Like there's like honestly though, there's so many genres that are like new now. Like I remember on my like just my Spotify Wrapped there from last year, like I think there was like 200 300 genres that I had listened to, and I was like, what? Like I barely know like 10 off the top of my head. Like, you know, it's really good though.
I think people kind of box me and you, Jack, into a certain kind of category though, when in instance we have a very, very broad range of likes.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my list now, and I'm pretty sure that that list or that genre will suit my list. But I swear I do listen to a hell of a lot more stuff than what's on this. Like,
yeah,
like even me personally, like my spot. I'll bring it up there now. I just got out some of the ones there that I listen to regularly. Like my fucking, where are they gone? Yeah, so like I have where am I? I have Black Sabbath, I have the Rolling Stones, this is a controversial one, Radiohead, Oasis, Oasis, John Lennon, the Dead South, who are like a dark country band.
Yeah, very dark country band.
I have Pixies, I have Joy Division, who are like
Joy Division are incredible.
80s, 70s, 80s, like, and they're class.
Yeah.
They're 70s, 80s kind of.
Shadow play.
What am I saying? People know who Joy Division are. I don't even know why.
I was just going to say, Joy Division are a lot more famous than you think, Jack.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm even describing them. Like,
I think like even just
Stone
like
Roses.
just going off that, like I think it's grand to like listen to like just a set music and like kind of explore other genres, but like I think it's this kind of idea of like, oh, I only listen to rock, so I hate pop kind of thing. I think there's a lot of like hate for like, especially even like rappers. Like you listen to Eminem, and then all of a sudden every other rapper is just shit. Like, you know, it's kind of like pig-headed like ignorance to other genres. I think a lot of that came from like new genres. Like I think now I'm not a big fan of K-pop, but like I'm not gonna like throw all hate towards it. Like it's a known genre. I don't particularly like it, but like it's kind of, you can't really knock it until you listen to it. And if you don't like it, you don't like it, but you don't need to fucking throw hate at it. Like it's its own genre. It's like anything. I think as well, like there's so many different genres now of rock, say, and you can't like just hate a genre because it's a new genre and you haven't really listened to it properly or whatever. You kind of have to really delve into it to actually kind of understand it, I think, now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd agree with that an awful lot. Yeah, Tommy, why don't you read out your amazing list, your magical list of songs?
In your brain.
I actually have two shockers. Do you want two shockers at the end? Or, well, not shockers, but I think Jack... No, you won't be surprised,
give us
Jack.
one at the start and one at the end.
Okay, I'll give you the less shocking one at the start. I've been listening to a lot of Harry Styles lately.
Really good. Criminally underrated.
Yeah, that last album is just so good. There's so many good songs on it. It's really good, upbeat as well. Especially like Three People with Kindness and Canyon Moon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've been really enjoying that. It's a bit uplifting.
Yeah,
I went on a bit of a journey,
so
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he's really good. Like he has so many good songs, like Golden, Adore You, like like that whole new...
Not fond of Golden because it's on the radio every fucking minute. Like,
yeah, that's like, but I don't listen to the radio anymore because like I literally, like, whenever I'm in the car, I'm just on my own Spotify on Bluetooth or whatever. I haven't listened to the radio in probably a good year. Like I've listened to the news obviously on TV and stuff, but like, I that's what I used to hate about Beat and like fucking local radio stations, just constantly playing mainstream music. It actually just kills it. It completely kills it. It was the same in like when I was working at McDonald's, when they had like the McDonald's playlist and it was just the same music over and over and over again. It killed any remote song that you liked. Like,
yeah, like if some songs might come out and like I might say, now this doesn't happen very often with me, but you might say, oh, that's actually not a bad song. I wouldn't mind listening to that. But you hear it so often, you end up hating the fucking thing.
Yeah,
hating it. Like.
It's really annoying. It's really.
I think that with that song Golden, like I do like it as a standalone song, but if it come on the radio, I just cannot listen to it anymore, like because it's being piped into me.
Yeah, exactly.
Subconsciousness in this day. It's one of those songs where you know there's like a select few songs that you've never listened to, but you know every lyric to.
Exactly.
You know, yeah. It's like that song. There's one song I do hate. That Dance Monkey song, is it?
Oh
Dance
yeah,
Monkey?
that was just ruined. That was just played 24/7 for a good 3 months, and it literally just killed the song for anyone who had any inclination to listen to it.
And I saw her singing it live. I don't know her name or anything.
Tones and I.
Yeah, but it was fucking class live. Like she was doing all the sounds and all, but I just thought, fucking hell, I can't listen to it again. Like I just can't do it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be with you on that one.
I think this is the beginning of like the whole TikTok thing as well, like TikTok trending songs, and that they're constantly being played then, and it'll just kill any like interest in the song ever again. Like it'll trend for like 2 or 3 months and then just go into the void.
Having said that though, I think no, you're dead right on that. There's a lot of songs that are just absolutely overplayed and ruined because of it. But at the same time, I think TikTok it brings up a lot of old music that people are rediscovering.
Yeah, exactly.
So one example I can think of is Fleetwood Mac. Like Fleetwood Mac had a serious resurgence of support there in the last year or so. And it's all down to TikTok. Like,
yeah, I think it's going to expose like new up and coming artists. Like I'm after seeing a good few like new like artists like trying to spread and like raise awareness for their own accounts and stuff like that, like up and coming rappers, musicians, so on. Like I think that has a huge chance to like expose billions of people to like listen to your music, like, and you could have like gone from like 100 listeners, like all your friends, to like thousands in like days. Like take I don't know if you've heard it, but like Olivia Rodrigo, Driver's License, like that blew up like exponentially. Like I think it didn't hit like #1 in the US. Now I'm pretty tired of the song already. Like it's just been overplayed. Like it's like at one stage, like your whole Instagram feed would just be filled with the same song, like. But like Jesus, like just that's a credit alone to like new artists thinking of like like who are afraid to like release their songs, or who are looking for kind of more exposure. I think it's a big opportunity. It has its pros and cons.
Yeah, definitely. Tommy, your list.
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
No.
No.
No, it's good. This is the whole idea of this topic. Discuss.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to go back with a man who reminds me of some of the best times we've had live at gigs. And it's not Liam Gallagher, because Liam Gallagher's just, we all know he's the living embodiment of Jesus. But
I know. He is the second coming.
Yeah. I'm going to say the Lone Ranger, the man who's done it himself from the streets of Scotland, Jerry Cinnamon.
Yes.
Legend.
Yes,
What
it's
a
just.
I thought you were going a different direction with that one.
Wait, who? Oh, yeah. No, that's down the line. Yeah, no. Jerry has. I just kind of went back to Iraq Cinematic this week, and I've been listening to like Lullaby and all this.
That album is amazing.
So good. So good. Love how authentic he is.
Yeah, that was one of the things he was saying.
Exactly.
I think the Spotify storylines. I was listening to one of the songs there, and it was like he was kind of people that kind of were like, he's kind of like unique, like he kind of just has no filter, and he just expresses that through his music. And I think a lot of people actually like that. That kind of filterless kind of music, like.
I think he's kind of like it's him and Paolo Nutini for me are two of the greatest standalone people, especially from Scotland. Like there's fucking hell, two good lads from Scotland.
Joe's Cafe.
Yeah, Paolo is a hero. Like Paolo is such a legend. We really need that man to come back.
Yeah, he's been hiding under a rock for quite a while now.
Yeah,
so
number three.
He's really disappeared. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's what I like about him, though. Like, he's not just like shitting out music for the sake of it, though. Like, he's able to go, I'm off for a break. Like, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
Comes out with a song like Iron Sky, then all of a sudden, which is like groundbreaking stuff. Like, So number 3 then is I've got fed up listening to men. If that makes any sense.
Oh yeah,
I felt like every record I had was like, oh, here's another man. But I found this band that I've loved for a long time. I think I told you about them, Jack. The Big Moon, and they did a live 2-record recording of Fatboy Slim's "Praise You," and it is like so good. It's so good. It's that one song where I'm going to take a shower and I think, this is the song. Like, you know what I mean? Just, like,
this is the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good song.
I may listen to it. I haven't heard it before.
And I think number 4, Jack, is our hero. The one man. Well, yeah, you call him one man, but he's had lots of men around him at one stage.
Oh no.
The bold Christy.
The bold Christy, mate.
Yeah. Christy's been the source of a lot of good times, even when he wasn't there, really, hasn't he, Jack?
Oh my God, Christy's a part of us now, I think.
Yeah, he definitely is. Definitely.
Like, without a doubt, like I've been to see the Stones. I've seen, as in the Rolling Stones. Like I've seen just a pile of stones in the garden.
Yeah.
Like I've seen Liam Gallagher. I've seen Noel Gallagher. I've met Liam Gallagher. Like, but there's no one compares to Christy in my book, I think.
Well, Christy and Finbar, put them together.
Finbar too. The two of them are
Finbar Fury.
they're legends in their own right. Like they're like I can't explain it. There are two men that I would absolutely love to meet. Like my life would be utterly complete if I could meet those two men.
It would.
Like either of them, they're heroes.
They're kind of unsung heroes though as well. Like you wouldn't. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't consider them like when I'm thinking like Irish musicians, I wouldn't think of them straight away. Like I'd probably think of like the Wolf Tones or like Luke Kelly.
Yeah.
Luke Kelly, say, like straight away. And then Christy Moore probably on Finbar Fury would come somewhere along the line. Like fairly close to Wolf Tones, obviously, but like I don't know, I think they're kind of unsung heroes. Like especially like for the fucking size of them, like like music wise. Like they're fucking big Irish artists. Like
I think Christy serves a purpose that no other musician does, and it's like Christy doesn't really write that many songs, but he's keeping stories alive. Like, you know what I mean? There's stories that we've heard. Like we were listening to fucking "Away You Broken Heart" like when we were in first year, Jack. Do you remember that? Like, you know what I mean?
I remember that. Yeah.
But these are songs that
one of our first conversations that I remember is who our favorite music is and who we like. And I remember you telling me that you had been to see Christy Moore, don't know how many times. And, and how much of a fan you were. Like, and like that was first year. Like we were 13, 13, like, and already big fans of the man. Like,
and the last person we saw in concert was Christy.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
On the 3rd of January 2020, we saw Christy in Vicar Street.
And what a venue as well to see him in.
Yeah.
I love that place. I love that place.
We've had some good times with the Bo Christy.
The Bo Christy boy.
The greatest words I've ever heard anyone say at a concert was Christy Moore when he just looked out. Do you remember that? I can't see you, but I can fucking feel you.
Wow, man.
That, and as a train went by, he just went, what was it? The train is in G sharp, if you're wondering, lads.
Declan Sinnage,
Yeah.
That was in the Spiegel tent in Wexford.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Jesus, I was so glad that I went to see Liam Gallagher though when I could. Jesus, like that was my first concert. Like I don't know, for years I was just putting off. I don't know whether it was like the whole monetary thing. I'd never look at it from a monetary perspective ever again. No, because that night alone was like one of the best nights I've ever had. It left me speechless. There was tears shed. That my throat was completely fucked after it. Like it was just. It was incredible, like, you know.
There's nothing like it. Like, I mean, one of my favorite concerts that I've been at outside of like Christy Moore or the Rolling Stones, because they're just legendary, they can't be touched. But was that concert that we went to in Cork with Liam Gallagher on and Cherry Cinnamon support. Oh my God!
It just thundered rain. But it was like we were on an island in fucking Barbados, though, wasn't it?
It didn't matter.
I just can't. Yeah, that was before we met him, and like that weekend we met him was the perfect weekend. Like that was crazy. But that few hours were so good, like, wasn't it?
Oh my God!
I think that's when I kind of felt like this is youth. You know what I mean? Like I'm a very reserved person, but like that was the one time where I thought, "Fucking hell!"
Fuck it.
Yeah.
That whole day, though, like that. I remember your grandfather picked me up from the grandmother's house that morning to drop us down to the bus. that day started off perfectly.
My grandfather just arrived at the bus stop, up on the fucking tarmac, like beside the bus stop. He says, "Let's just out there now, lads."
He literally drove up on the footpath. Literally, it wasn't two wheels; it was the entire Jeep was up on the footpath beside the bus stop. I think his words were, "I think I got just close enough there now."
Yeah.
What a legend!
Oh my God!
I'll never forget your face though, Machu, when I was beside you when you said that when the crowd was filling in and the support band was on, you were like, "Oh, there's actually plenty of room. There's not many around." And then about an hour later, you were just like, your shirt was ripped and you were jumping all over the place.
Suspicious liquids were being thrown on me, like fucking everything was going on. Like, yeah, no, like,
that was a very weird sensation though, seeing you, because I knew that this is the first time you've ever seen this.
Yeah, like even the support acts I thought were fucking immense. Like, you know, like
that was going nuts here. It was
Miles
3
Kane
people around the
was
stage.
incredible, and
Miles Kane twisted the wheel.
Twisted Wheel, yeah, Twisted Wheel were
Twisted
fucking
Wheel are
class,
really
like,
good.
you know?
Yeah, they're really good.
Like I'd heard a few Miles Kane songs before being there, but like I never like kind of properly listened to them, and like I really got invested in them then, like after that concert. Same with Twisted Wheel, like, but not like it was like from word go. I was like, even like meeting like Jack for the first time, meeting Danny for the first time,
right.
meeting Laura for the first time, meeting Connor, fucking Jordan, like all of them, like for the first time, go for pints, like, you know, like it's just
going back home on the 46A, soaking wet. Me and you just like, pure related, like.
This T-shirt would literally walk off me, like, you know, like like. I genuinely had a pain in my face for about a month after, like, from just smiling and singing. Like, it genuinely, I can't actually describe how much I enjoyed it. Like, and it kind of made me regret then all the opportunities that I had to go see like other people, like another artist that I loved like down the years, and I didn't go. Like I told myself from then on, like I don't know, like I said to you there, like I don't know if it was like to do with like money, like as like being like 16 or whatever, like you kind of, I'm a tight bastard, let's be honest, but like I'm not as much as I am, not as much as I was back like a couple of years ago, but like I was a tight bastard back in the day, and perhaps that had kind of affected like my decision making and going to concerts, but like never again will I look at it from like a monetary thing. Like that is art, and that is a fucking good 2-hour time, like, you know. And I like, as soon as we return back to normal, like I'm gonna go mad for concerts. Like, well, hopefully if there's any to go to.
I don't worry, Rolling Stones still be around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're preserved now at this stage.
Yeah. There's something that's what I've learned, I think, over the last year, is that if the money is in my account, I'm going. That's it from now on. It's just no point
we can
sitting
worry.
around.
We can worry about the damage afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll throw out number 5, will I?
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah, throw it out there.
This one probably won't. Well, it might strike up a bit more conversation, but now bear with me here. I have been waking up extremely early most mornings and just going down and, you know, having breakfast and then starting work. So I like to ease into the day, and one album that's become very, I think it's quite calming, has been Taylor Swift's new album.
Oh.
Yeah, I can respect that decision.
Enthusiastic there from Machu.
No, like I
actually really like it. I don't know any of the lyrics, but I just put it on and I think this is chilled out, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love a lot of the songs featuring Bon Iver. I think Bon Iver is fucking class. Like Exile is really good.
I don't know who that is, but I just know that the album's alright.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like fans of music and just people who listen to music in general kind of box Taylor into like a kind of a love country road kind of genre, and like she's so much more than that. I think she's kind of shown it, like with the new album, and like just down the years, like she's kind of tried to branch out into kind of different kind of avenues and stuff like that. Like, but
she's a better songwriter than Ed Sheeran anyway. The more like content to the songs, like, I don't know.
Yeah. There's more personality. I think personality is lacking in a lot of music these days. Like, I kind of fall down rabbit holes in terms of music. Like, but like, there's so many like artists that like people have never heard of, or like you wouldn't kind of strike them as being good or whatever, and like you just delve in, and like you'll hear they'll have a trending song, you won't like it, and they'd be like, I'm not going to listen to them. But like, you have to just kind of dedicate time and like go and like, because their music is a journey. Like, no, honestly, like, I listened to a good bit of Juice WRLD. Like, Juice WRLD died there last year, and like, yeah, I'm
sorry, but what comes to mind there is the fact that Juice WRLD, my girlfriend is a fan of, or she was a fan of Nicki Minaj, and all I can remember is when I hear his name is the fact that he was supporting her.
Yeah.
Now, look, take
No.
what you will from that.
No, his personal life was seriously fucked, but like the one as an artist, he was fucking class. Like he freestyled pretty much every single song he wrote. Like he went through some seriously fucked up shit. Yes, serious problem with drugs. That drugs is fucking a big theme at the minute, but like just how much emotion and shit that he was going through, and how like I still to this day don't understand why no one kind of jumped in and kind of like helped and intervened, considering like me now like can like I'm literally hearing him cry out for help and no one's kind of helping him and stuff like this, like, and it's so sad. But like there's also kind of a beauty in it, like the fact that it's virtually all freestyled. And there's so much personal, like NF is another big artist I'm after getting into the last year or two. Like his music is intricately personal. Like every lyric is to do with something of his life, and it's just like he's really good as well. No,
You feel really old, Jack.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know,
Hear
like-
my list.
I'm just gonna say, like the last two or 3 years, I've listened to so much music. Like it's probably unhealthy how much music I've listened to. Like I think I had like almost, I was like 100,000 hours last year on Spotify. Like it's just, that's all I do. Like it's music 24/7. Like I would listen to music probably 24/7. Like I even fall asleep to fucking Spotify these days, like podcasts and whatever. Like it's a really fucking unhealthy habit.
Sure, look, it is what it is. It's I don't know if it's unhealthy. I don't know if it's unhealthy. I think music. I'd find things like that. I'd find music a hell of a lot better for you than say like binging TV programs and being glued to a screen all day. I think it's far better than anything else. If anything, it's good for you. Purely because I think it stimulates the mind more so than anything, you know?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like
I'm beginning to listen to a lot of podcasts, actually. I wasn't a big man for podcasts, but like I've started to listen to it. It's nice to actually hear someone having a fucking conversation that's, you know, not about what you're going to have for dinner, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've always listened to podcasts. I've been a big podcast listener for a few years now. I just lost track of how many I listened to. I rediscovered them every now and again. Ones that I used to fucking be stuck to every week, and then I get back into them again. It's just it's never ending cycle.
Yeah, no,
It's like
but I might as well read my list there.
Yeah, sorry, you're actually over an hour.
Oh shit, Jesus. Anyway, yeah. I didn't really order them in preference or anything, so I just wrote down 5 ones that I've been listening to the most. So the first one is "Cocaine" by Eric Clapton. It's such a good song. It's such a good song.
What a banger!
It's so vibey, like it's so good, so good. Clapton is a legend, though. Anyway,
Yeah. Easily,
yeah.
Yeah.
Second on the list. Oh yeah. Second on the list is "NIB" by Black Sabbath. It's also another amazing song.
Quality pick.
It's just heavy. Like I've gotten really in the last probably year, 2 years. I've gotten into heavier music, and I really like songs
really weighing you down, huh?
Like songs with heavy guitars and heavy bass, and it's just heavy lyrics and like not screaming. I'm not mad on death metal, but like the likes of Black Sabbath.
It's kind of a happy medium.
It's a happy medium, man. Like, so like I know it's debatable as to whether they're the the beginning of metal, but I'd say they probably are in some sense. Like So yeah, that was the second one. 3, it's taking it, bring it a bit more modern. Now, when I say modern, it's to the 90s. It's Hey by Pixies. That song is so good. If you listen to the chorus of that song, the only way to describe it is wailing guitars. It's honestly, just listen to it. Whatever they do for the solo, it's the guitars are literally wailing. If you could take the sound of the banshee's scream, and put it on a guitar, that's what it's like. I'm telling you, listen to it. It's such a good song.
My grandfather always said the banshee got ran over when the cars came out.
The sad thing is, I get what he's getting at.
Yeah.
Oh god. Next on the list, I have "Bad Penny" by Rory Goddard. Now, this man is a legend, an Irishman, and he's inspired so many amazing guitarists. Like I remember seeing I read an article on him, and like the likes of Jimi Hendrix, Brian May, like these massive personalities and names, they've been inspired by the likes of Rory Gallagher. And a lot of people might not know him or know of his music, but my God, if you're into blues and if you're into rock and roll, Rory Gallagher is the person to go to. Like, and that song "Bad Penny" is so good.
He's very underappreciated in Ireland, actually.
He's really underappreciated. He's so underappreciated.
I think I've only heard like a handful of his songs. Like, I haven't really kind of properly listened to him, though. In fairness,
I'm telling you, just even go with "Bad Penny."
I actually
starter.
have written down like all the people that you've literally just typed. I'm like typing on my notepad here. Like,
nice.
So I'm gonna go listen to a few of them because a lot of them I haven't heard of.
Well, if that's the case, now you have to put down Ravi Shankar, right? Just fucking trust me there.
I think what we all should do. I think what we all should do is like pick like we'll make like playlists of like our kind of top songs, whether all time, whatever. Let's just say pick 30 songs, make a Spotify playlist, and we'll share it on our Instagram and stuff like that. And let's see. They're probably going to be very different.
Some fucked up playlist.
But yeah, no, I think it'd be a bit fun, like
Christy Moore followed by Juice WRLD.
I know, like I don't think one of his songs would fit like in my top 10 of all time songs, like, but like he's just been there for the last 2 or 3 years now on the old Spotify first number one. Fire away, Jack. Sorry, I'm killing time here.
No, you're good. And then finally on my list of 5. Now, I don't know what's drawn me to this song lately, because I've always known it and I've never been particularly fond of it. But for some reason lately, I've just been drawn to it. It's "Sultan to Swing" by Dire Straits.
Oh, what a banger!
It's for some reason I just cannot stop listening to it. It's such a good song.
It's a great song.
That's an incredible pick. Jesus Christ! Yeah, no, that's
I love
immaculate.
I love songs with riffs that get stuck in your head. I love that.
Do you know what songs actually been
like that as well? Like Dire Straits or not Dire Straits. Is it The Walk of Life? Or
it's Dire Straits.
Yeah, that's a banger as well.
Yeah.
It's a real like wedding dancing song. Like,
Tom, that's so good. We could get done for copyright.
Oh yeah.
Bad beep, bad boop. Shit.
I just have another few honorable mentions. Of course, Beeswing is on it. That's probably my all-time favorite song ever.
Yeah.
I love that, but Christy. And then I have "Head Shrinker" by Oasis. I love that song. "White Room" by Cream. "When You're Gone," the Cranberries. Cranberries are so good. I love the Cranberries.
Don't like the Cranberries.
What?
I don't like Cranberries.
Like, I wouldn't I wouldn't regularly listen to them, but like I go through kind of phases of like, oh, they're actually really good. Like they have so many good songs, so many good songs.
If you went down through a list of Cranberry songs, I guarantee you'd find at least 10 that you say, oh, that's actually such a good song.
Yeah, guaranteed. I'd like to think anyway.
I'll try it.
Tell you about Cranberries are phenomenal. Dolores O'Riordan, that's their one band I wish I got to see before she died.
Mm.
They're just
Beatles, like.
Oh well. You know, one I probably would have been able to see. Yeah, and then I have Layla by Derek and the Dominoes. That's another Eric Clapton. And then, oh yeah, very good song. And Ventilator Blues by the Rolling Stones. I just love the simplicity of it. Like, it's basically the same riff over and over again. It's just so good. I suppose the name is kind of fitting for the times, but I'm not going to mention that.
Do you remember at the Rolling Stones gig where I was shoulder to shoulder with Catherine Thomas?
What?
Oh, I remember that.
I hugged Catherine Thomas at a Rolling Stones gig.
You couldn't really get more random than that, like.
No. Apart from us being in a golden circle somehow about 10 foot from Mick Jagger.
Oh man, I don't know how that happened. Like Jesus Christ. And I know people say this all the time, but he definitely looked at me purely because I was about 3 or 4 inches above the rest of everybody else. And I know he looked at me. But yeah, the Stones are just amazing. Now this list that I put together. It's nowhere near my top 5 favorites or whatever. It's just what I've had on repeat a lot lately. Now, like, the Stones would feature a lot more in my top 10 or whatever. And I think a playlist.
I think like a kind of a playlist with all our songs combined into it. Like I don't know how many would say top. I'd say top 10. I think that's a decent number. Like if we it's gonna be very hard. Like we can make it 20 if you want. Top 20 is that sufficient? We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
We'll go with what feels natural.
Yeah, exactly. It ends up being like most of my Spotify playlists end up like I'll aim for like 6 hours long and they end up being like 30, and I'm such a that's one thing that really annoys me. Like I build so many playlists as well, and just like right, we're gonna just focus on one kind of area. No, we're going 30 hours. Like
before you know it, you're singing fucking Girls Aloud, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, push the button. That's the Sugar Babes, is it?
I don't know.
I haven't a clue.
It's all the one.
Oh well. Yeah, we might leave it at that.
Yeah,
geez,
I think we covered a nice bit there. It was a nice little podcast. I enjoyed that one. Not to say that I don't enjoy every other one.
We're going to end now with a rendition of the national anthem.
I think copyright says otherwise.
Actually, I don't know. That's one thing I might actually look into. Is the national anthem copyrighted?
I actually have no idea.
I imagine it would definitely put that in the Constitution somewhere, though. Like, you just know, like, you just know he did.
You just hear him slithering in his grave, like in Glasnevin, like.
I actually, oh no, I won't. But I heard a voice recording from 1920 today of De Valera. It's actually quite
Jesus, that's mad.
That's my
entertainment
for the week.
It must be class though, listening to like really old like recordings and stuff like that. Like,
put it in my playlist.
Should remix it, Tom.
Yeah,
remix it in the style of Christy Moore.
I
That's a good place to end that, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow. Yeah, thanks for listening. Shout out to all our teachers that we mentioned. If you spotted yourself somewhere in those stories, do feel free to get in contact.
Or not. One of the two.
Or don't. Yeah. Yeah, and everybody else, I suppose. Thanks for following along and sticking with us, and sure, go on, share it. Help us out a little bit.
Go check out the website as well.
Spread the good word. Yeah, check out the website. Buy something if you want. We are still working on it. Doing a few bits here and there, trying to make it good.
Just good, not great or bad, just good.
No, good is
great
good
because it's
do.
good.
Yeah, good will do. Yeah, thanks for listening. Like, share, subscribe, follow, do whatever you need to do. And yeah, we'll leave it at that.
See you in the next one.
Good luck.